WhoDatWashington, what's going on, everybody? Wyman here back with another video. Yeah, I want to do something a little different. This is addressing some comments that kind of caught my attention, and I do like to look at the comment section every now and then when it comes to people, asking questions or stating their thoughts and everything. And I mean, I do give my appreciation to everybody who watched the channel and show love to this channel as well. And thank y'all for everybody who watches, who subscribe, who views this videos. I know it's my opinion at the end of the day, and I know everybody else has their own opinion, and respectfully, that's understandable. However, this one in particular kind of caught my attention because what bothers me about this one is because it's a man commenting about taxing the rich. Now, before I get to reading this, I want to ask this guy this because I read it twice and I want to help you understand why I don't give two fucks about the millionaires and the billionaires and why you shouldn't as well. And I want to start this by asking you this. Why is it the millionaires and billionaires, and not only them, why is it our job as middle class people to be held accountable and be responsible to pay taxes for the Democratic Party who is solely running this state alone? Why is it our fucking job to be accountable and be held accountable for the Democratic Party's fuck ups? I'm gonna let that sink in with you for a minute, because everything you're telling me doesn't even make sense, and I'm gonna explain. Now, reading this, it says, who is us? A millionaire's tax makes 100% sense. It should have just said makes sense. Millionaires and billionaires do not pay their fair share. Yes, they do. The dollars they make above $1 million mark limit varies from state to state, either are not taxed or taxed at a lower rate. Again, varies by state. No such carve-out exists for the working poor. Poor people don't even work. They live off our taxpayer dollars. They are the one that bitch often about not being able to make a livable wage. They're the ones that live under a government assistance. They're the ones that literally get their asses out in the street and protest because they're getting paid to do it. To the degree the poor get tax relief. We know that. This is why Trump is trying to focus on no taxes, federal taxes for people who make over, I believe, make less than 150 grand. Think about that. It is nothing compared to what billionaires get. And the amount of money generated by taxing billionaires could be used for good big things just by dint of volume. First and foremost, what bothers me about this is because you're a grown-ass man pocket watching other people's money. The fact that you're probably almost the same age as me, and I'm 39 years old. The fact that you, a grown man, instead of you getting two jobs and putting in the work, you decide to pocket watch other people's money. They create the most jobs. This is how they become millionaires. Unlike you, what you don't understand when it comes to a business mindset, the same billionaires and millionaires are people in the Democratic Party. But you didn't know that, right? Oh yeah. This is what you don't understand. Bob Ferguson is one of those millionaires that you fail to understand. So Is he going to be held accountable as well? I don't think so. Now, let me explain to you. The same millionaires and billionaires that use the same taxes and exemptions are the same people who have small businesses as well. Small businesses have the same exemptions as millionaires and billionaires, but they don't know that. How I know? Because I use those incentives. You just fail to realize that. I don't think you understand how business works. You don't. This lets me know how bad Washington State's education system is, and as how far also how bad your parents didn't teach you about economics and how to make money. So he goes on to say, jobs on the line argument is nonsense. And I explained that billionaires could be taxed 50% on all wealth and wouldn't even notice it. Oh yeah, they would. No effect on jobs. Not to mention the revenue generated could be used for one-time business grants, for example. Could create jobs and businesses. And this is where the other problem lies. If you are not willing to put your own money up and worrying about using taxpayer dollars to start your business, you are weak. One thing I never do, and I've never done, and I started this business from scratch with my own money, no taxpayer dollars whatsoever. I started this with my own money. If you can't start your business with your own money, then you should not even start a business. When it comes to starting a business, the people who start businesses don't even get paid on their first to second year putting up the money on their own. Especially when it comes to the employees. Man, if you really don't think millionaires and billionaires don't create these jobs, let's find out what happens if Amazon leaves or Microsoft leaves this state, and you'll be stuck on stupid to understand why. And then guess what? The people who actually will be pissed off about this is the people who are actually taking their jobs, going with them and moving too. That will leave the middle class stuck on stupid because you, of all people, decided to think that it's okay to think this way. This is completely a weak mindset. And this lets me know that you have failed yourself and the people around you. Because me personally, I bust my ass off 7 days a week, at least 12 to 16 hours per day to put in my work on my craft and to take care of my job. I never counted on anybody. I always appreciate the people who actually watch these videos. And guess what? I put in the work. Whether you understand this or not, dude, you need to grow the fuck up. Because your mindset is like every woman's mindset. And I mean every liberal woman's mindset. Not conservative women, because they have common sense. But situation being, dude, the fact that you are pocket watching other people's dollar lets me know how selfish you are, because you didn't do the same work that they did to become millionaires. And most of these people became millionaires starting from the bottom. So if you think this is okay, that is a you problem. But me personally, I am never going to worry about pocket watching other people's dollar because I don't give a fuck. And for all you people who actually think and agree with this dude, especially you men, if y'all agree with this dude, y'all are all weak. And ain't no damn well, and I'm going to give women some grace on this point, Because there's no way in hell a woman wants to put up with men like you. You have lost your damn mind. And dude, I need you to think about what you say before you say it and go your ass back to the drawing board and learn how to maybe start your own damn business or get 2 damn jobs and think about it. How to actually save money and actually start to invest. Because whether you believe this or not, and I said this once and I'm saying this again, what millionaires and billionaires have in tax exemptions, because if you don't fail to realize this, the reason why they can pay less taxes is because they know how to get rid of the money. How I know? Because I do the same thing. And I said this once, and I'm saying this again. What millionaires and billionaires have when it comes to tax exemptions, every person in this entire country have as well, including small businesses. But if you don't learn how to be a millionaire by having a business mindset, then you will never become a millionaire and you will be one of those broke people on government assistance. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.